My name is Michelle, and we're gonna make a collage flyer. So what's a collage? A collage is a collection of images arranged however you want. What's a flyer? A flyer is an image that gives you information about an event. So what information do you need? The day, the time, the cost, the location, what the event is. So in this case, there were 3 bands performing. When you make a collage, you can start with a blank piece of paper, any color. You can use journal paper, you can use printer paper. I like to use images. I get my images mostly from National Geographic, old magazines. You can find a lot of cool stuff in these. I've already cut some out. Let's take a look. I have a T-Rex, diatoms, some beetles, a jungle, a test site for nuclear fusion, and some birds. So they're all very different. You might not like any of them. You might like some of them. I think I'm going to pick this one. Okay, so now that we picked our background, I'm gonna cut off the words. So it's just the background. Now, you can go and add other images if you want. Sometimes I combine images like this one. It looks pretty cool, but it's just logs floating in water and a head of an old statue. So I think I'm going to add some snakes. To attach your picture, you can use a glue stick. I like to actually roll up pieces of Scotch tape and just stick it on the back so that I can move things around a little bit. But I'm going to use a glue stick this time. If you want, you can also go in with Mod Podge. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in the corner there. That's just kind of fun. What do we need now? The date. When I cut out letters, I like to use an Xacto knife, but we'll use scissors. I'm left-handed, that's why I like the Xacto knife. I have a hard time with scissors, but these ones are pretty good. So I'll just go in, I'll cut out the D, the A, the T, and the E. Now we'll put them in order. Date. So I'm actually going to use a roll of Scotch tape. I actually fold it the skinny way. It's kind of hard, but I've gotten the hang of it. Now we'll stick it on there. Cut off the extra. And we'll put it on our background. So we'll put the date. Make sure you leave enough room for all the information. The time. I'll show you what the Xacto knife looks like. I use this cutting mat so that I don't cut up what's underneath. So it looks like that. And I just trace around what I want and cut it out. You can get an Xacto knife at a craft store or an art store, but I only recommend it if you're a little bit older. You can separate all the letters if you want to or need to. I like to keep them together sometimes, and sometimes if I don't have enough in all the same font or the same type of letters, I use different ones. For example, I didn't have a K in the black letters, so I just found a red one, and I think it looks pretty cool like that. Now that we've got the time, let's attach that to our background. I'm going to use tape for this one too. The reason I'm doing things different ways so that you guys can see which way you might like to try and which way you might like best. So now this one will say time. It's okay if it doesn't look perfect. Kind of fun to have it be a little bit off kilter because it is homemade after all. Okay, we'll put the time right there. Now I'll show you a different way that you can put information on here. Let's use a blank journal page. Again, you can use printer paper, you can use construction paper, you can use colored pencils, crayons, pens. I like to do a Sharpie just because it looks really dark. But you can use any markers or whatever your favorite writing or coloring tool is. I'm just going to take a little piece and take my Sharpie and we'll write the price. The price is free. So I'll write it there, free. Now you can cut it so it looks nice. I like to rip it. It depends on the style that you're doing. You'll have your own style, and I'll have my own style. If you want, you can crinkle it up so it gets a little bit of texture when you take a picture or scan it. Okay, see? I'm gonna tape that one on there too. You can also use double-sided tape, which is a kind of tape where it's sticky on both sides. I'll stick that in the corner there. So we've got our date, our time, our cost. Now we need our place. Let's say, what should our place be? Backyard. Sometimes I like to make my pieces colorful by using highlighters behind the words, or in this case, over them. Pretty cool? So then we'll glue that on there. And you don't have to seal down the edges totally because you'll probably just scan it or take a picture of it to distribute it. I like to scan mine on a scanner, like a digicopy or that sort of thing, and then take the file and print copies of it, and then you can also put it online and it can be shared on social media and that sort of thing. Okay, it's in the backyard. We've got some space over here, and we've also got some space over here. It's up to you where you want to put your information. Let's say, I like the blue. So I'm gonna write Girls Rock MKE. Exclamation point, smiley face, star. Oh, you know what else you can do? If you have any funky scissors at home, you can make the edges fun. But I don't have any funky scissors, so I'm just gonna round the edges a little bit. Now we'll glue that on there. Are we missing anything? We have the date, the time, the place, the cost, and the event. If you have a variety of different artists that you would like to list, you can list all the names of the artists or whatever kind of event you're making a flyer for. And then I have the little snake things. So that's how you make a collage flyer. I'll show you some examples of collages and flyers that I've made that might help you get some idea of what style you might want to do. So you can do collages for a flyer, for fun, for album art, or to give away to a friend. I gave my mom this one.